Hello again and welcome to another match preview for the European Cricket Series. I'm Mr. Maximo, Vinny Sandu for the European Cricket Network, and this is match preview for match 6 of the European Cricket Series Malmo. We enjoyed the first 5 games on Monday, so this is the first game of Tuesday between Evergreen Cricket Club and the Helsingborg Royals. This game will start Tuesday morning, 7:30 a.m. GMT, which is 9:30 in Central Europe. It's 1 p.m. in India, and of course, you can catch all the action here on the European Cricket Network, whether it's through our website, www.ecn.cricket, or our YouTube channel, ECN European Cricket Network, or you can catch it on Fan Code or Free Sports, depending on where you're watching from in the world. And if you don't already, why don't you follow us on social media at European Cricket, because there's so much happening in the world of European cricket, including this European Cricket Series, of course, which is a 5-day event culminating this Friday with Finals Friday. And I'm very excited to see who will come out on top out of these 10 teams in Malmo. Let's have a look then at what we can expect on Tuesday. And of course, it's another 5T10 matches. It's the completion of the preliminary matches for Group A. And you can see the teams there on the left. We'll have the Group B teams playing there for preliminary matches on Wednesday and Thursday. And then the top 2 from each group will play on Finals Friday, as well as the third place team who will play off in the Shield final. So there's 25 T10 games this week. And of course, we enjoy the fast-paced 10-over format that we have in the ECS. I know that I certainly do, and so many of you are as well. So let's get on to this match, match 6, between the Evergreen guys and the Helsingborg Royals. And we've got some likely lineups for you. And Evergreen will be led by the captain Umar Nawaz, with Amir Ali, their wicketkeeper. While for the Royals, Madan Prabhu Rahman will be their skipper, with Pramod Chandrasekhar Raya to be their keeper. So both these teams, they struggled with the results on day 1. They're both winless. So this really is a do or die game for them to stay in the hunt for a piece of that Finals Friday action. So let's go to Mr. Maximo's 11 to watch, and hopefully you find this information useful if you're participating in some fantasy cricket, or if you're just watching wherever you are around the world. These are the players I think you should be watching out for. And for Evergreen, I have super highlighted their all-rounder, Asif Kalyal. Now, he was an absolute gun with the ball on day 1, taking 4 wickets in 2 matches, including a very fiery spell of 3 for 6 against Malmo. It wasn't quite enough to get them over the line, as they blew a big lead there. So I think Evergreen will be very filthy about that, and they'll be very keen to do well in this first game of Tuesday against the Royals. I've also highlighted for Evergreen Nazar Mohammed. Now, he bowled some pretty quick left-armers, and he can open the batting and go big as well. So let's see if this is the game where he breaks out. I've also put in Waqas Ali as a batting option. Now, we're not 100% that he'll be playing this game. Now, if he doesn't play, then really you can take your pick of another batsman, because a lot of the batsmen aren't actually getting much of a bat, because there's wicket keepers and all-rounders clogging up those top-order spots. Perhaps Devinder Singh, who comes into the Royals, might be a good option if Waqas Ali doesn't play. Devinder Singh can hit the ball pretty well for the Royals. I've also put in another all-rounder for Evergreen there in Irfan Mian. Now, he opened the batting on day 1, but he did well with the ball. I think he took 2 for 8 in their first match, but he was very expensive in their second match. So it's really important that he gets back on target on Tuesday. I've also put in their captain, Umar Nawaz. Now, he was actually their standout batsman with 44 runs on day 1. So hopefully he can continue that good form into their final 2 preliminary matches, as well as their opening bowler there in Zahid Kaini. For the Helsingborg Royals, I have super highlighted the big panda, Abhinash Panda. Now, look, it took a little bit of time for the zookeepers to wake the big panda up, but he still was their most impressive batsman on their first 2 games. In their first 2 games on Monday, he scored 76 runs at a strike rate of 117. He did look pretty fatigued, though, because he did have to bat through pretty much all of the 20 overs that they faced on day 1. So he has a lot of responsibility for them getting a competitive score on the board. He also showed what he can do with the ball, taking 3 for 12 off his 3 overs. He's an off spinner with a very good deceptive change of pace, a very good quicker ball. So let's see if that is effective in this match against Evergreen. I've also highlighted their captain, Madan Prabhu Rahman. Now, look, we didn't see the best of him on day one. He was only able to face 9 balls in the 2 matches, and I expect a lot more out of him on day 2. I've also put another batting option there in Fani Pramod Kompella, as well as an all-round option in Sachin Shetty. Now, he bowled well without reward. With the bat, he chipped in with 15 not out of 14 balls at the end of their innings in the second match. So I'd actually like to see him bat a bit higher and see if they can just get something going, because at times I felt that the Royals innings lacked some momentum. And I've also finally put in Sadashiv Gaur for the Royals. He is their opening bowler. He looks pretty dangerous at times, and again, didn't quite get the results. He'll lead the attack for the Royals, and he's a pretty good swinger of the new ball. So they are my 11 to watch, and it certainly was wonderful to see some European cricket series back. And one surprise for me is the boundaries are actually quite long. So I'll be very interested to see if that stays that way for the rest of the week. It just changed the game. And that's one of the things I do like about cricket is little things can have a big impact on the way the game's played. So with these longer boundaries, the running between wickets, I think, becomes a lot more critical. Really not chewing up too many dot balls. You have to be scoring off as many balls as possible, getting at least 1, hopefully pushing for 2s, 3s. And then when the bad ball comes along, you do have to punish it for that 4 or a 6. So we saw a pass score of probably 80 to 90 on day 1. But like I said, we're not entirely certain whether the boundaries will stay that long for the rest of the week. So it's up to the groundsman where he puts the boundaries, and they could stay that long, or they could come a little bit before the end of the week, and we might see a few more 6s and perhaps some higher scores. Now, the other thing I noticed from Malmo on the first day was the fielding was quite good. So a lot of people are very quick to jump on the players when the fielding isn't very good, but we saw some really good catches taken. I thought Sandeep for Karlskrona was an excellent fielder at long off. He took an outstanding catch running into the circle. So hats off to the players over there for some of their good fielding. We also saw a pretty good direct hit run out at cover as well. So well done, because I think it's really important that we reinforce positively when we see some good cricket. So well done to the guys over there in Sweden for their great fielding on the first day of action, and hopefully it stays that way. So it's time for my prediction, and both these teams, they are winless, so it is time to put up or shut up really for them if they want to be involved in the latter stages of the tournament. Evergreen probably got closer to a win, but they'll be kicking themselves about blowing that huge lead in the second game they played. Whereas the Royals, they just seemed a little bit sleepy and off the pace, if I'm honest, and they struggled to adapt to the 10-over format. They had way too many dot balls and just couldn't put a competitive score on the board. So all that considered, my prediction for match 6 is that Evergreen will win this match. I just think they showed more promise. I think they'll be very, very desperate for a win because they were fancied going into this tournament. So to have any chance, they do need to win their final 2 matches and hope to get some results going their way so they finish in that top 2. So Evergreen to win match 6 for me, and I've put Asif Kalyal to be their star player. We saw him do it with the ball, but I think he also can hit the ball a long way, and he'll probably bat up the top of their order. So Asif Kalyal to be my star player, but hopefully some of the Evergreen guys step up and show what they can do, because it's their opportunity in front of the cricket world to really to shine and hopefully get towards the top of the pack in this European Cricket Series Malmo. So that is my match preview for today. We'll have another one coming tomorrow. Don't forget, if you don't already, to follow us on social media. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment. I get back to as many as I can. But we hope you enjoy European cricket, and in particular the European Cricket Series Malmo this week. This is Vinny Sandhu, Mr. Maximo for ECN, saying enjoy the game, and we'll see you next time.